I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with your ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Your nice little Thursday, cruising to the weekend.
Woohoo!
Got big plans this weekend, Virginia?
You know I do.
What you got going on?
So Friday night is date night.
Okay.
Somebody's getting poked. And then on Saturday, we have the KVJ Road cleanup in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then I have some birthday party celebrations going on Saturday.
Fun. Okay.
And then I have a pending another party Saturday night.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I got some fun stuff.
What you got going down this weekend, Bird?
I'm not sure, to be quite honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, kind of the same way. Just wait to see what the weekend brings as to what we'll wind up doing. So, looking forward to it. Tonight, you got the Panthers at home against the Capitals and the Theatas, something called Kimberly Akimbo at the Kravis Center and Water for Elephants at the Broward Center.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Got a bunch of your emails here talking about stuff that we had on the regular show, including one from Karen who said, please share this with producer Denny's. You talked about how the plants you got for him for his birthday made his cats sick.
Oh, who knew?
I know,
that
right?
Parsley is basically poison for cats.
Crazy.
I did not know that. I just basically poisoned his cat.
Yeah, they say that here are plants that would be considered poisonous.
Damn.
Everything from the peace lily, not very peaceful, pothos, philodendron, snake plant, the ZZ plant, aloe vera, dumb cane, and the sago palm.
How horrifying would that be if there was a plant made of snakes?
I know, right? I've seen that before. It's a very popular plant, actually. You know, once you see it, if you're watching KVJ TV,
yes,
that's the snake plant right up there in the upper right-hand corner.
I killed one of those a couple of years ago. It was beautiful till I killed it.
Yeah.
Well, that's how most things usually work.
And Karen says, keep in mind, Christmas and no poinsettias, Easter and no tulips and no lilies.
Wow.
Okay, so is there any kind of vegetation a plant can or a cat can be around?
Wow.
We're learning.
How do they go out and cat around and not just eat all this bullshit?
Great question.
And Jaybird had a little bit of an issue with Bufo toads, posted a video from his dinosaur garden, and there were a couple Bufo toads that were hopping around out there.
It was a bunch. I feel like they've gotten bigger. I felt like them and the iguanas had a little meeting and said, you know what? Let's eat a fuck ton of food and really not sweat humans anymore.
Well, you've made it so nice for them back there. That dinosaur garden is sweet.
But what's weird is this is a new problem. I've had the dinosaur garden for over 2 years now, I think, yeah. And I've never had a Bufo toad problem. So is there something different growing in there that's attracting?
Maybe it took a minute for word to get out.
Yeah, how awesome this place is.
It didn't hit on the frog social media pages till just recently.
The lizards, though, they're like, y'all got to get over here.
Now, you were also talking about keeping them Bufo toads out, and Abby Lynn said Snack Be Gone works for toads. They make one one's safe for dogs, but this can work as well. So check out Snack Be Gone.
Does that mean they eat them and they die? Because snack, you be gone.
I don't know if we want them to die. We just want them to hop on out of there.
Just get the fuck out of my yard.
I don't want to have to now pick up toad carcasses. That's fucking depressing.
And also, too,
and now you're a frog murderer.
And I'm soft. I don't think my stomach can handle it.
We ain't going out like that.
Mm-hmm. So don't worry, there's someone will be like, man, Bird, you got to kill those motherfuckers. What the shit?
No, we just want to repel them. We don't want to kill them.
That's not my goal, anyway. I'm not trying to, get all animals versus people or any of that shit. I just don't want to do it.
I got enough heat.
Yeah. I don't need a toad stalker.
Now word gets out amongst the toads and you're marked.
That would be awful.
There's some things on the regular show I talked about, citrus and vinegar and some other things like that you can just kind of put around. And Cynthia had said snake skins. That is work for me. Lizards, all kinds of stuff. All you have to do is basically just put out some snake skin.
Like a belt?
Yeah, like some pieces. Yeah, I don't know about a belt, but they said, she said if you go to Bush Wildlife, you can usually get snake skin there. You put it around your garden. That'll keep all the animals away. Rats, cats, toads, everything. They fear snake skin.
We've got one back in the file cabinet in the old studio because remember I brought it in and we had to lick it for Do It, bitch.
Yes.
You should bring that back.
You can have it.
Crumple it up, put it in coffee. You have to drink it.
Oh, snake skin topping?
Yes.
Love that. And she said another remedy that I do, spray bottle with water and cayenne pepper. Spray it on everything.
Huh.
Okay. So there's a lot of those kind of things you can use.
I got to be careful with that cayenne pepper because I can see that going right in my Aretha Franklin on accident.
Oh, yeah. You will get it in your eye and up your nose.
And up my dick hole. I'll have to go pee.
Somehow it'll be in your dick
I
hole.
do not want it in my Aretha Franklin. I do not.
Yeah. Got this from JM talking about the conversation we had about additives for coffee. It was mainly which kind of milk. And my gosh, when did there ever become so many milks, from nut milks to coconut milks? Got almond milk, oat milk, ton of stuff, soy milk.
They spin you around with all of them.
And the oils were mentioned, and JM saying the oils are not bad for you. This has been debunked millions of times by actual doctors and scientists, not influencers. Please, please, please stop fear-mongering and spreading misinformation.
Palm oil, partially hydrogenated oil. Like, how can that not be bad for you?
I don't know.
She's gonna double down on the oil.
I don't want oil in my coffee. I want pure ingredients. Is that too much to ask?
I hear you.
And it's not that I'm questioning your credibility here. Because your accuracy is pretty high.
Right.
I don't want no oily shit in my coffee. Keep your oil. In fact, shove your oil up your ass.
Is it possible you may not just like the oil, but they could also be right and it's not bad? It's been debunked. Is that possible?
I saw a TikTok and it said that all these oils are bad. And we didn't have all these oils in our food 30, 40 years ago.
I really think the U.S. needs to do what China's doing. You cannot give any kind of advice unless you have a degree in what you're talking about.
These TikTok docs got me twisted.
Yeah.
These TikTok...
And Virginia coming in here and getting us all in trouble, be like, how we're the misinformation show.
I know, I got to hear that shit at Publix. You know, Virginia was wrong about oils. As I have like oil in my hand.
And Robin said, I'm a new coffee drinker. I actually use yogurt or vanilla protein shakes in mine.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can do whatever, if you're looking for the benefits of coffee, which is what I'm doing after seeing all those studies. I guess make whatever you like. Jeff is talking a bit about the crazy case in North Carolina where a woman was awarded $1.75 million all because some TikTok influencer stole her man.
It's a crazy story.
It is. Now, it's not happening everywhere. Just 6 states in America actually entertain this kind of nonsense. But Jeff had said, there used to be a law that required payments from someone who sold someone else's spouse. I think it should be stole someone else's spouse.
Gotcha.
My grandmother left my grandfather and had to end up paying restitution back in the 1950s.
Wow.
She was wild in the 50s.
Yeah, I guess that's what it's a carryover from, where they really, took the bonds of marriage seriously. And if you did anything to break God's bonds, then you need to face the wrath.
Did the hippies
financial punishment?
Hippies break all that with the free love movement?
I don't know. I don't know what exactly got rid of that.
Because it seems like that was a big deal. And, it was, for better or for worse. Even if you got stabbed, for better or for worse, and then all of a sudden people started getting divorces at alarming rates.
I wasn't around for that, but it does feel like that era, the late 60s and the early 70s and all that kind of changed. Seemed like we were much more strict as a religious culture in America until then. And then there was kind of a rebellion, a revolt against some of those things and said, look, this just seems kind of whack. And, there were a lot of things that were whack, in that era. And so I think it's changed a lot of it. It's flipped now in the other direction.
All of a sudden, people started doing that disco dust.
They did. That was just part of it.
Let's put some of that in our coffee.
Oh, shit. Imagine what that
They
show
used to
would
put
say.
it in your soda.
Yeah, they did. And I'm always so curious to know how much cocaine did they really put in Coke to a Coca-Cola back in the day? Because they used to, if you would drink 3 of them, would you be like, geeked out? Or was it just so minimal? Did it get you high? Did it change your personality?
Yeah, I would imagine it's not enough that it would have done much. It might have helped like the caffeine where you're going, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's dance. But
That's cocaine.
Jitterbug.
But I don't know that you'd be like, I don't know
You're
if
not
you've been
going to climb a wall.
Yeah, I don't know if you're Nick Nolte in 1987, but, you're probably feeling good. Jamie said, I have been going through a divorce for 5 years with no support. My ex left me for another woman. I'm a single mom with 0 support because my ex has ironclad attorneys. I absolutely think the next step would be to sue the woman. I believe in loophole allowance in this case. You're talking about a couple different things. When you got the divorces, there's a few things that I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of somebody earning all their money and then their spouse tries to lay claim, especially when they come into it and they basically have their wealth and all that. So I'm not a fan of that. But I also do see where, look, if you have somebody that says, hey, I'm going to raise the kids and stay home, and you try to do that trad wife kind of stuff, he's made all the money, he has the career and all that, then no, you guys made an agreement. So at that point, your arrangement should be a 50-50 split. You should get half of that kind of stuff. I don't believe leaving somebody high and dry if that was your arrangement that you had in raising your kids and your family.
Does that go as the child support area? Is that one of the when you get divorced, that's why people have to pay child support so they don't leave someone high and dry?
Child support is supposed to be for the child to make sure that both households kind of are the same in their level of amenities, luxuries, and
so kids not going from a mansion to a trailer park.
Exactly. And it's really just done for the kid. Now, when you're talking about alimony, now that's for the wife or the husband, whoever.
Yeah, and within reason, I'm all about that. And so it's unfortunate that it's the legal system in America. You would think there should just be no way around that, but I guess if you're rich and you have great attorneys, maybe there's a way you can keep somebody from getting the money they deserve. And it sounds like she deserves alimony.
That's what's weird about
the situation.
The entire legal system, even from just as not even state to state, county to county, town to town, things are different depending on what kind of there's laws that are in one city that aren't in another.
Yeah. No, I remember, especially depending upon where you are, if you're on a state border, things can be pretty crazy. I remember being on the Kansas-Missouri border on Sundays for Chiefs games because in Kansas, you couldn't buy booze. In Missouri, you could. And so, all the nice suburbs were actually in Kansas and the city part was more in Missouri. But yeah, when I lived in Missouri. But yeah, you go to the grocery store on Sundays and it'd be packed with people from Kansas coming across the border to get the booze for the Chiefs games.
Is that the little area Denny says you never want to drive through with weed because it is that's all they're looking for is people just looking squirrely?
I don't know, might be. I mean, there are different parts of America that are that way. You still have some dry counties in the southeast where you're not allowed to have booze at all, sell it, all that kind of stuff. So
that's mind-blowing to me.
You want to hear a terrible story? I lived in a dry county. When I lived in Alabama.
My goodness. How?
Guys.
How?
It was rough.
How? I can't even see that.
She had to make that Diddy wine.
No, you can just drive and go buy it in the next town over.
Could you get in trouble for transporting across state lines, though?
I never heard of anybody getting in trouble for that.
Okay, I didn't know if they had that kind of rule. I mean, that seems like that's now Smoking the Bandit kind of stuff.
No, I think it was just about where you could sell it and where you couldn't sell it.
And that's what's weird, too, because I watch a bunch of body cams, and depending on the state, if someone's got weed in Florida, it seems like the cop's like, I don't care if you got weed, blah, blah, blah. But there's other states, like, you got weed, you're going to the chair.
Yeah, you're gonna be there for a while, son.
Yeah,
You're gonna rot in jail.
You can tell the difference in temperament just by the way the police officers are talking to the person pulled over.
You druggie. Like what?
It is. There's some people that's still really upset about marijuana, and that's why who knows if we're ever going to get that federal ban or at least the classification that they have on what class marijuana is changed. Because, some people really think it is from the devil.
Ironically, the people that think that it's from the devil could use a joint.
Yeah.
They really just need to chill the hell out.
Oh, Kevin's right, though. Even when we talk about it, we'll get some comments, and we're living in Florida where, I mean,
the Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West out here. People do. They still have that it's the devil's lettuce, man.
Yeah, as Florida and the state, we're like halfway there. We got the medical, but don't have the recreational like they do in New York City or California. And they had an article last week on where are we with getting to the recreational. They said that recent polls have kind of gone the opposite direction.
Really?
The governor's really against it. And some of the people that they had in the article, they were quoted as saying that they're smelling marijuana everywhere now and they don't like the smell of it. I'm like, I don't know when I've smelled marijuana. And it honestly, it doesn't bother me. I like the smell of it. So
I do too.
I guess I'm weird like that, but that's what some of the complaints were. And they say with the medical the way it is, some people are smelling it. Now they've changed their opinion. Be like, we can't have this. We can't have any more marijuana. And if we do recreational, it'll be everywhere.
Next thing, people will start dancing to rock and roll. We can't have that.
Right. It's so crazy to me that it's still a thing.
Hip gyration.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of having people smoke out in public where it's disturbing peace, but if you're in your own home and you're smoking it in your own area.
I do understand that too. They have open container laws, they have all that kind of stuff. And, to me, smoking marijuana, it's more obtrusive than even an open container because open container, you're not really... Nobody's smelling it. Nobody
I'm not
knows any
spilling it on you.
Right, yeah. If you can smell, I do understand that. So
I do too.
I'm okay with having that where you can't smoke it at parks and on the beach and all that kind of stuff. Be like, look, you can't do it here. That's fine. But,
I just don't like when people disturb other people's just because you, and I like marijuana, but I would hate for someone to be uncomfortable with
shouldn't
my,
be that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, shouldn't be that way. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. I know they're trying to get the recreational marijuana back on the ballot. But it had sounded like it was kind of going in the opposite direction. So.
I feel like it's like daylight savings time every year. Like, oh, this might be the year. It's kind of like the Dolphins.
Nope.
Yeah, I think the pushback from the governor is really kind of starting to hurt it. They're actively campaigning against it, putting a lot of money into it.
But you still be able to get the medical stuff.
Yeah. I don't think that'll change. And honestly, I don't know how much of a difference it makes and how much greater it will be. It just makes it a little bit easier, I guess.
Well, it gives you I know just having my medical card, it gives me peace of mind knowing, I have my card right here.
I'm good, bro.
I'm good, bro. Now it's legal.
And we had played a clip of a mom that had gone viral yelling at her kid that at least you didn't see the kid, you didn't see what happened. You're only hearing her words. Sounded like she was yelling at her kid because he was bullying a severely autistic child, and she was yelling out at him. And Lindsay said, mom of 2 ASD kids, 8 and 16, I support this and the way she did it. She wanted to ensure this never happened again. Her kid will not forget this, and that is the point of her tone. She was really yelling loud. And Amy said, you got to meet the moment with the correct energy. Mom was on point. This is why people get soft and got soft. Sometimes you have to raise your voice to get immediate response.
And you don't raise it all the time. Mm-hmm. Certainly don't pull it out unless you really need to. But this is a moment where you really need to.
And Melissa said if he is severely autistic, the kid likely does not comprehend what it means, but he also does not understand the bullying and thinks they are friends. So the moms need to parent loudly for all the other kids to know that what this kid was doing is wrong. So, yeah, the majority of moms in the 60% range liked the tone that she used and how forceful she was and the fact she was kind of screaming. So they were a big fan of that. So my mom was a big disciplinarian. I don't know if she screamed too much in public, but she would come at you with a look. And you knew, like, oh, I'm fucked. And she would grab your arm, the claw, and she, like, just knew. And she would drag you someplace and whoop your ass. Like, she would get it.
Yeah.
So she's like, the whole world doesn't need to see what I'm about to do to you. You knew it.
Yeah,
It's terrifying.
Both of my parents have a tell, or when they would be angry, it was all in the lips. You're like, oh shit, their lips are curling up. That's shit.
I think my mom would have probably drugged me. My mom would have drugged me off the playground. We would have gone somewhere, and I would have got my ass whooped. So I think that's probably how she would have handled it. So, but like I said, whatever your style is whatever your style is. As long as you're trying to do the right thing with your kids, whatever feels natural to you outside of abuse of your child, go for it. And it got Jeremy here. He said, I just watched O's The Mentalist on the set of the NCAA tournament with Chuck and Kenny. And he predicted the final 4 teams this past tournament. I Googled it, went back, and he actually nailed them. He was
wow.
right. Kevin, YouTube O's with the Cowboys and watch what he does with the playing cards. Yeah, I've talked about him in great detail. Go look for him. He's got a new book out. And I'm still between, is it technique or is the guy a demon? I'm not really certain what is going on.
But you got his book, so
I did
you just buy the devil's manuscript?
I'm going to find out, Virginia. I'm going to find out. I'm going to read to see. Because, he's trying to tell you, like, look, I just know how to read people. That's it. But I'm like, I just don't know how you get some of those answers out of just reading people. But I guess we'll see. Melissa, she checked out Palm Royale last night. It is back for season 2. Didn't know if it would be. And it was a good cliffhanger at the end of season 1. So I don't want to give you any spoilers, but I'm not sure. I assume everybody's back on the cast, but it left it where it may not be that way. She said, the new season, it was odd but good. Carol Burnett is absolutely evil. But Kevin, I cannot believe you didn't warn us about the whale episode in the first season with Allison Janney, where she falls in love with a beached whale. What? I'm still beyond confused. P.S. Cannot wait for Landman. Yeah, I prefaced the Palm Royale. I was careful to do that. I'm not sure how amazing of a show it is, but I loved watching how they handled Palm Beach and thought it was very true and authentic. I think that they'd had somebody that helped them that knew how high society works there on Palm Beach. And I'm not an expert in it, with what we do with charity stuff and being as close as we are.
You've seen it from the fringe.
Yeah, my wife's friends with the mayor of Palm Beach and all that kind of stuff. She taught her kids, that's why.
Very fancy.
So, we've got little light connections to that world, but it seems to be pretty authentic from what I hear, but I'm not on the inner circles.
And you never will be.
No, I don't want to be. I really don't.
Even if you won the lottery, you still wouldn't be because it's old money.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of it feels very exhausting. That's what the show to me demonstrates as well.
Social climbing is like rock climbing.
And trying to stay in that status, and you're always worried about what everybody thinks, and they're always judging you up and down with everything you do, and they're catty. They want to see you tumble. Everyone's rooting for your demise.
So it's basically like the internet. It's social media, got you.
Yeah.
If social media was a town.
Not a world I would ever want to be a part of.
Social media loves to see a motherfucker go down and just struggle.
Mm-hmm. And we had gotten a picture of the Northern Lights from Alaska. Took me a little minute to figure out it was Alaska, not Arkansas, but...
It's not your fault, really, honestly.
It's a nice refresher in state abbreviations.
We needed it.
Yes, we did. Michelle said, Alaska, I don't know if you know, but they have a tiny island chain that is called Unalaska. It's circled in red. It looks a lot like the Florida Keys. You know how that string of islands come down off of Florida?
Yes.
And you wind up very close to Russia.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's why me and Danny's were going, holy shit, so close to Russia.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I think it's like maybe 50 miles, something like that. It's kind of like how we are with Cuba.
That's
50 miles.
That's what me and Dan, we ain't looked at a map in quite a long time, and we're looking at it, go, damn, that's close to Russia. We both go, wow.
It's been a minute since your girl looked at a map. So it feels very new and fresh.
Yeah, I think there's been a discussion recently about maybe doing a tunnel underneath there so you could drive from Alaska to
You know who
Russia.
loves tunnels?
Yeah, I do love tunnels. I also feel like there could be missiles also in these tunnels.
Oh my gosh, what a horrifying tunnel.
Well, tunnels, you're crawling, you can't see shit. Although there are some awesome tunnels out there.
I think it's going to be one you get to drive through. That'd be the good part. They've got some impressive tunnels. They've got one like from England to France.
Okay.
The English Channel.
I'm picturing like a tunnel like Shawshank Redemption when he's breaking out of jail.
No. This would be for
Not a
cars.
shit tunnel.
Yeah, no, people are not going to get under that and crawl to. Gosh, that'd be 50 miles on your knees and elbows.
Dude.
I gotta get to Russia.
Yeah. And where my daughter is, it's a tiny island. They got their first snowfall. It's like a 45-minute flight from Anchorage. I went there, flew out of Orlando, 3 airplanes, about 17 hours, long flight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would be rough.
Yeah.
That's rough on anybody's crotch. 17 hours?
17 hours is a long ass flight.
Yeah, that's tiring. And the tough thing, like, how long are you there? Because almost by the time you get acclimated to where you are, you're like, I gotta get off flight and get back.
The other thing, too, if you're on, you're saying 17 hours is the flight length?
But I think he had to switch planes.
Gosh.
Like you go here and you switch
Yeah.
planes, and you go there
So
and you switch
layovers.
planes. So you can't even sleep straight through.
God.
I'll tell you, when we went to Italy, I slept straight through, and that was nice.
Oh.
Fly at night and then sleep.
Yeah, there's a trick if you really do that well. I think you get a bit of a hack. I have a buddy
We got lucky because I didn't
Yeah.
know what the F I was doing. I had never done it before. We absolutely got lucky.
There's a guy I know that used to do a lot of business in China, and he had a system. He'd get on the plane. He flew like first class. He had, I think it was maybe Ambien. He took like 2 Ambien. He had a ice cream sundae, a hot fudge sundae. It would get him tired. He'd pass out. He'd wake up right as he's landing in China.
And then try
Wow.
to eat the plane because he's on Ambien.
Yeah, you better hope you don't wake up on Ambien.
Yeah, I think some people it works with their body chemistry and other people it doesn't. And if it works for you, it'll knock you out for good for a while. And you wake up. He said he woke up, felt great. He was on the time thing. Everyone was awesome. I'm like, wow.
You're right. Medication hits everybody differently. And I used to be prescribed Ambien back in the day because we always talk about my sleep issues and people go, wow, try Ambien, Bird. I tried it. It did not work for me. It would make me very tired and I still couldn't go to sleep. So now I'm just up like
Awake.
a maniac.
And you're having hallucinations.
You're drowsy. You feel like you've just been drugged.
Yeah.
I look back at notes that I wrote for some reason while I was on Ambien. Whoa.
Yeah, I wrote a song called Bigfoot Christmas that I was going to turn in the next day for the show. And I'm reading it the next morning going, I can't say motherfucker on the air. 69 and South. Wait, what?
And got an email from Melinda, who took a shorter trip. She went to South Carolina this week and stopped in at Sugar Tit Moonshine.
Woohoo!
She met Mary and Bob up there, KVJ Nationers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so such cool, nice, hospitable people. Yes, they are. Thanks for the heads up on this destination. The orange cream moonshine is delish. We'll be stocking up when we see them at Daytona Speedway over Thanksgiving weekend. That'd be nice. Yeah, so they come down here a good bit. They're originally from Port St. Lucie, so they'll come back down and do some festivals and stuff like that.
We love to spread the tit. Mm-hmm. Sugar tit, everyone should go.
Yeah, you should.
Spread the tit. You can take that. You can take that motto. You can take that slogan if you want.
Spread the tit.
And also, Sarah giving a little shout out here. Veterans Day, I know we had that a couple days ago, but Sean has served for 13 years with 2-year-long combat zone deployments, and he still continues to give everything he has every day to the kids and me, even when it's really hard to combat his own silent battles. There she is with her husband, serviceman, looks so handsome in his uniform. Kyle is his service dog. He was rescued from the horrific race world in Australia, and he was trained to be a PTSD service dog for combat veterans.
That's beautiful.
I love that.
That is lovely. And Virginia, you're doing something today. You're going to Holy Ground PBC.
Yeah. Remember we went there, Captain Crust went and brought them pizzas.
I do remember.
So now they are doing their pre-gala thing tonight in Jupiter. They're getting ready for their big gala in January. So I'm going to help them out and try to plan it all. They do wonderful work. So Holy Ground PBC provides housing and life teachings for young women who are pregnant or have young children and just didn't have anybody ever teach them how to be a mom.
Sure, yeah.
It gives them housing. It gives them life skills.
Yep.
I was Captain Crust was very, very impressed. It's just a great thing to do.
It really is.
It really helps out people who really need help.
There's beautiful charities like that here in Palm Beach County, and Holy Ground is one of them. We also went to Hannah's home up in Tequesta. That's another one. Kind of the same exact thing, you know.
I'm almost back ready to Captain Crust. I had to redo the costume.
Good, because they are asking St. Mary's, Palm Beach Children's Hospital.
Yes.
They want Captain Crust back.
Okay, we'll
this
do
guy's in high demand.
I hear you. Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Digital Vibes. My wife was at a charity thing last night, I think 100 plus women, and she said they wound up winning the money for that. They do great stuff as well.
We love Digital Vibes.
Oh, Will and the whole team at Digital Vibes, they are amazing. Helping underserved communities and kids learn how to DJ, run lighting equipment, be real MCs, videographers. Like, they teach them these skills, and these kids can break the chain of poverty and go and do amazing things.
Right, absolutely.
Will
it's
is
good.
amazing.
Yeah. They're very cool, so very happy for them. Well deserved to get that money and pour back into the community with it. Thank y'all for being here. We got one more day to your weekend. Of course, we'll be here. I hope you will too. We'll see you then. Goodbye.